Hello kids, welcome back to the e-learning classes. In the previous lesson, we have studied about sentences. Today, we are going to start with our second lesson, subject and predicate. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. Let's see what is a subject. Subject, the part of the sentence that tells us what or whom the sentence is about is called a subject. Means, in a sentence, who is performing the action, or you can say who is the doer of the action, is known as a subject of a sentence. Let's see some examples to understand it properly. First one, Rahul likes playing football. Here, Rahul is the doer of the action, so Rahul is the subject of this sentence. Number 2, the bird is flying. In this sentence, the bird is performing the action, so it is the subject of the sentence. Let's see number 3. The study table is very neat. Here we are talking about the study table, so it is the subject of the sentence. Now, let us learn about predicate. The part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject is called the predicate. Means, in a sentence, what action is performed by the doer, or you can say the action being done by the subject is known as predicate. Let's understand it with examples. Number 1, Rahul likes playing football. Here, as you know now, Rahul is the subject. Yes, likes playing football tells us what Rahul likes to play. So, it is the predicate of the sentence. Number 2, the bird is flying. Here, is flying shows the action performed by the subject, that is the bird. So, is flying is the predicate of the sentence. Last number 3. The study table is very neat. In this sentence, is very neat is the predicate of the sentence as it gives more information about the subject. Have a look at some more examples to understand subject and predicate. First one, the boy was chasing a cat. The boy is the doer of the action, so it's a subject, and was chasing a cat shows what action is performed by the boy, so it's a predicate. Number 2, Suraj is sleeping. Here, Suraj is the subject and is sleeping is the predicate. Sentence number 3, the toy car was running on the track. In this sentence, the toy car is the subject and was running on the track is the predicate of the sentence. Number 4, the helicopter flew over the sea. The helicopter is the subject and flew over the sea is the predicate. Last number 5, Ritu will come today. Here, Ritu is the subject and will come today is the predicate of the sentence. With this, I think the two parts of sentence, subject and predicate, is clear to you. Let us see what is a subject, verb and object in a sentence. A sentence always contains a subject, verb and an object. Now, you are familiar with subject. Yes, children? Subject. The subject is usually a noun or a pronoun. Now, let us see what is verb and object in a sentence. Let's start with verbs. Action words or doing words are called verbs. Words like read, write, eat, run, sing, play, dance, etc. are action words. So, they are called verbs. In a sentence, a verb follows a subject and points to an action that is done by a subject. Let us see some examples to understand it properly. First example, the bird flies. And second example is, the child cries. In these two sentences, the bird and the child are the subject. Yes. Flies and cries are verbs which follows the subject and points to the action that is done by the subject, that is the bird and the child. Children, look at these sentences also. The girl sings. Number 2, the cat meows. Number 3, the aeroplane flies. Children, in these sentences, the girl, the cat and the aeroplane are subject. Yes. And the action performed by the subjects are sings, meows and flies. So, they are verbs. Children, now with this, you must have understand the verbs. Let's see, children, what is the object in a sentence. Objects. An object is a noun or a pronoun which is the receiver of the action. Objects usually follows a verb. It means whatever action is received by someone or something in a sentence is the object of a sentence. Children, let's see some examples to understand it. See the first sentence, children. The boys made paper boats. And second example is, the teacher threw a chalk. In these sentences, the boys and the teacher are subject. Yes. Made and threw are verbs followed by the subject. Paper boats and chalk are object followed by the verb. So children, everyone understood what is the object in a sentence? Yes. Let's see these sentences also. The fruit fell on the lion. Children, in this sentence, the fruit is the subject about which something is said. Fell is the verb action performed by the noun, and the lion is the object, action happening on. Look at this second sentence, children. I asked her. In this sentence, I is a subject, asked is the verb, and her is the object. Children, have a look at both the sentences properly. In the first sentence, subject and object both are nouns, that is, the fruit and the lion. And in the second sentence, subject and object are pronouns, that is, I and her. So children, as I said earlier also, subject and object both can be nouns and pronouns also. Children, let us see these sentences. The dog barks at the boy. Here, the dog is the subject, barks is the verb, and the boy is the object. Object, the boy, and subject, the dog, both are nouns. Have a look at second sentence. He writes a letter. Here, he is the subject, writes is the verb, and letter is the object. In this sentence, subject he is a pronoun, whereas object letter is a noun. Look at the last sentence. Meera called her. In this sentence, Meera is the subject, called is the verb, and her is the object. Here, subject Meera is the noun, whereas her is a pronoun. So children, with this we come to an end of our lesson, and I hope that subject and predicate as well as subject, verb and object is clear to everyone. Thank you.